Now you will listen the special update in English.
In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred a civilian in South Kashmir's Islamabad district. The unarmed civilian, identified as Parvez Ahmed, was martyred by the personnel of Indian Central Reserve Police Force by opening fire on his vehicle at Monghal Bridge in the district. The Al-Party Hurriyat Conference spokesman in a statement in Srinagar deplored that India has waged a war against the people of Kashmir to suppress their ongoing freedom movement. He said the military arrogance posed a serious threat to the peace and stability in the region. The Hurriyat Forum, led by Mirwais Umar Farooq, in a statement in Srinagar, strongly condemned the killing of civilians and said such brutal killings have become a norm in occupied territory and thousands of Kashmiris have been killed in this manner with impunity by Indian troops. Senior Hurriyat leader Agha Saeed Hassan Al-Moswi Al-Safwi said that Hurriyat leadership had been demanding resolution of the Kashmir dispute through peaceful means of dialogue to bring an end to the bloodshed in the occupied territory. Other Hurriyat leaders and organizations, including Abdul Ahad Para, Shabir Ahmad Dar, Yasmin Raja, Jammu and Kashmir People's League, Jammu and Kashmir Mass Movement, Jammu and Kashmir Political Resistance Movement, and Jammu and Kashmir Social and Justice League, in their statements, termed the killing of Parvez Ahmed as cold-blooded murder by the Indian troops. The occupation authorities have deployed Indian troops and police personnel in strength across the territory in the wake of surge in civilian killings. People were not allowed to offer Jummah prayers at Srinagar's historic Jamia Masjid, Dargah Hazrat Bal, Khanqah-e Mualla, and other major mosques in the Kashmir Valley. PDP activists staged a demonstration at the party headquarters in Srinagar against a series of civilian killings in the territory in the past 1 week. The PDP workers tried to march towards Lal Chowk, but Indian police throttled their attempt and confined them to the premises of their party office. Meanwhile, family members and relatives of slain school principal Supinder Kaur staged a silent sit-in protest outside Civil Secretariat in Srinagar, demanding of the authorities to bring her killers to justice. Supinder Kaur, along with her colleague Deepak Chand, was shot dead by unidentified gunmen at a government school in Safakadar area of Srinagar yesterday. The People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration, a coalition of regional political parties, in a statement issued after a meeting in Srinagar, said that the current situation prevailing in occupied territory was the result of the failure of the policies of Indian government. The alliance said that the recent civilian killings have created an atmosphere of fear in the occupied territory. Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) has criticized the Indian government over the killing and eviction of Muslims from government land in Assam. The OIC, on its official Twitter handle, while terming the state violence against Indian Muslims as systematic and media coverage of the matter as shameful, has asked the Indian government to behave responsibly. India is a fit case to be blacklisted by Financial Action Task Force for its money laundering and terrorism sponsoring. According to a report released by Kashmir Media Service today, said that 44 Indian banks have been flagged for carrying out suspicious transactions worth more than $1 billion, but FATF is reluctant to take action against India despite the fact that there was ample evidence against it. It said that India under Modi had become a security threat to the world but was being overlooked by FATF and other global bodies, which will eventually damage the credibility of the financial body.